What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Hope you had a great weekend. Getting into this episode of GH, the shit done hit the fan, and I'm here for it. Um, Nina done been arrested, sitting up in interrogation, and Scott came in to represent her, and it was so funny because Nina didn't want to be extradited back to Pennsylvania, but Scott kept trying to convince her like this is the best thing possible for her because if she fights the extradition, chances are she might not get bail. You know what I'm saying? If they charge her or whatever in Port Charles and whatnot, they have the court hearing there, she may not get bail. She's at a better chance of getting bail in Pennsylvania. So of course, he's trying to get Ava to convince her and stuff like that. Ava told her, she was like, listen, just listen to Scott. He might be a clown sometime or whatever, a little goofy ass clown, but he a competent lawyer. He know what he doing. I agree. I mean, they do be trying to play Scott like he's not that good of an attorney, and Scott really is a good lawyer. Like they really be trying to act like Scott is an ambulance chaser. I'm like that he's not. I've seen Scott in action even when he was DA. He's pretty good. You know what I mean? He ain't no ambulance chasing ass lawyer that don't know what he doing and fumbling and bumbling around. He's competent. Um, he definitely got skills. He could be a clown though. So of course Scott calling Jax or whatever, he's just trying to get as many of Nina's supporters that are still around as he possibly can. I'm surprised he didn't call Curtis. Um, it was so freaking funny though because Ava is still being messy, and I love it. Ava is trying to get Nina to use that information that she got. The fact that her and Sunny were getting close to Nixon Falls and basically had a little romance out there, even though they never slept together or nothing. And that's what Nina kept trying to tell Ava. She was like, it was just a few kisses and stuff like that. She was like, Ava was like, hell no. Ava was like, it was more than that. Because remember, every time Nina came back to Port Charles and she would tell Ava or Maxie about Mike, she was giggly like a little schoolgirl over that man. You know what I mean? So they know it was more than just a few kisses. You was in love. Like that was an infatuation she had. So Ava wasn't buying that. Oh, it was just a few kisses. Ava wasn't buying that. She said, use it to your advantage. I love Ava being messy. But I feel like Ava telling her to use that information is only going to backfire because what good is that going to do Nina? If she uses that information, nobody's going to drop the charges against her. There's no way Michael's going to stop. Carly's going to come after her even harder now. So what good would it be to use it? I mean, it would be good for us, the viewers, because the drama factor in it. Um, and it was hilarious because when Sonny came up to Carly, he asked Carly, did she have anything to do with Nina's arrest? Carly was like, no. And Sonny was trying to figure out who could have done it because he was like, we helped a lot of people in Pennsylvania in Nixon Falls. Carly caught that shit real quick when he said, we helped. Carly was looking at him like, so when did you start speaking French, sir? Because you saying we. Who the hell is we? And he was like, me and Nina. Like, we helped, Phyllis and Lenny. She was like, oh, I wasn't aware that Nina actually helped people and, y'all were a we. Like Carly was not here for that. And I was looking at Sunny like, yeah, you fucked up. You slipped up when you said we. You slipped. Yep, you slipped, sir. And Carly looked like she was ready to slip her hand upside your head too. Like Carly was not here for that we. That we comment sent her all the way back when she heard that. Um so of course, Jax is trying to talk to Michael or whatever, trying to make amends or whatever for the blackmail thing. And Michael was like, well shit, if you want to make amends, I got some ideas. Jax is still singing Nina's praises. Like he's just trying to get Michael to back off of this, trying to get the Corinthoses to back off of Nina or whatever. Talking about, oh, he feel like Nina is, paying for her crimes or whatever, her sins. I'm like, Jax, how is she paying? How? She still has her job. She still has a boatload of money. She still has access to Wiley. She hasn't begun to pay anything. What? Because a few people have confronted her and lashed out at her? That's payment? That's that's a small drop in a big bucket. Let's just put it that way. Very small drop. Like that's not payment. That's not revenge. That's not what that is. Like okay, she had to hear a few people bitching at her. That's enough? You think that's enough for what she did? Nah. It's not enough, sir. Absolutely not. And clearly Michael doesn't think so. Michael was like, nah, that ain't enough. But trust, Michael made it enough though when he called that damn DA. He made it enough. He said, no, I'm gonna fix that. Um, so of course, Sonny and Carly come over or whatever, talking to Michael and Jackson. They find out Nina asked, they go into the station. They find out she got a court hearing or whatever, so they on their way down there, for her extradition. And now she's gonna be, Scott is speaking on her behalf and basically letting the judge know she's ready to be extradited back to Pennsylvania. When Sonny, Carly, and Michael walked into that courtroom, Ava was not here for it. She looked at them in total disgust. Like, she was just looking at them like, ugh. Because at first, Ava and Nina thought that Sonny turned on her and got the cops involved. But Carly made it abundantly clear. They all made it clear, like, no, we ain't had nothing to do with this. Michael was like, yeah, you're getting what you deserve. Justice. Justice is being served. And Nina realized that Michael had something to do with it, that he was responsible for it. Sonny was not happy about none of this. Like, when Sonny heard Nina was arrested and when he was up in that courthouse, he was not happy about this. Like, everybody else, Carly was sitting there with a smirk on her face. Michael was smug. Sonny was sitting there looking all indifferent. Like, Sonny was looking like they done got my boo locked up and they won't let her out. I was like, damn. Sonny looked like he was in between a rock and a hard place right there. I say, yeah, Sonny, your son done had your boo locked up. Your scrape, your broad. He done had her locked up. What you gonna do? I mean, in my opinion, I don't think Sonny's gonna testify, because you got to think about it like this. In this situation, Sonny was the victim. So they would need Sonny's testimony to get a conviction on Nina. They would definitely need his testimony. His testimony could either sink or, save her at this point. I don't think Sonny's going to go through with it. I don't think he will, because he really looked like he was not okay with her being arrested for this. Like, he looked like he was not cool with it at all. So it's definitely going to cause some drama within the Corinthos household. Because if Sonny does decide not to take action against Nina, like not to testify, make sure the charges get dropped or whatever, Carly ain't going to be happy about that. She's not, and I think it's going to lead to Carly figuring out something more happened in Nixon Falls between them too. Like I said, if Ava doesn't open her big mouth first, because Ava is chomping at the bit to say something. It is written all over her face. So anyway, moving on from that. Lord have mercy. Somebody need to go ahead and fire Gladys. I done had enough. I done had enough of Gladys. She is just uncouth, rude. Like, what type of employee is she? Like, they're having a meeting, and first of all, what the hell is Wardrobe doing with Maxie? Maxie was at this meeting looking all frumpy. I said, Maxie, what they got you wearing? You supposed to be a fashionista. What are you wearing? Like, this is not the way that they've been dressing Maxie is not how Maxie used to dress. Like, what is going on with this? Because Maxie is very big into fashion and how she looks. So these little outfits they've been having her wear lately been not Maxie. It's not her style. I'm like, I don't know what y'all doing up in Wardrobe. Y'all need to get it together. So they having this little meeting at a restaurant that Gladys done set up for them or whatever. And she's sitting here pulling out her phone and recording their conversation. I said, ma'am, put your phone away, please. Like, what are you doing? And she talking about because she got to record so that way she could type up later what they said, because she can't do shorthand typing or something like that. I'm like, if you can't shorthand type, then what the fuck are you doing as an assistant? You need to be fired, madam. And then she's sitting there at the restaurant going back and forth with BLQ, arguing with her. I'm like, somebody get her. And I thank God Sasha pulled her to the side and warned her. Like, she reminded her, like, Brooklyn is your boss. Like, you forgot that? She can fire you. Like, you work for the company, but technically you work for her specifically as her assistant. So she does have carte blanche to pretty much fire your ass. So you might want to chill out. And I'm pretty sure if BLQ wants to fire her, I doubt Maxie and Sasha are going to stop her. So it's like, what are you going to do? You need a job. You need some money. Because if you lose this job, that's it for you. I don't give a damn who mother you are. Ain't no way in the world Brando's going to continue to financially support you. He already made it clear he can't afford to financially support this child and you at the same time. So you better hold on to this job while you got it. um, and change that attitude. And the fact that you can't shorthand type, you need to be fired for that. Because any assistant worth a grain of shit should be able to shorthand type. I'm just saying, or whatever the hell you type. Period. You should be able to type. Um, so I knew having her record that meeting was gonna be in bad taste. Because when her and Sasha left, she forgot her phone. I said, of course, how convenient. You left your phone there and it's still recording, because BLQ got a call from Anna about Valentine and stuff like that. And she let it slip when she was talking to Maxie that, Valentine's probably going to be devastated or something when he find out that he's not Bailey's father. I said, no, 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 no. Don't say that. Don't say that. Y'all said that at the wrong time. Because that damn phone is still sitting there in plain sight, mind you, recording everything that you're saying. So, of course, Gladys comes back to get her phone, goes back to the office or whatever to start typing what they were saying, and she heard that Valentine is not the baby's father. So, my guess is she's going to use that to blackmail Brooklyn. Because she's probably going to assume that Brooklyn slept with somebody and the baby's daddy is somebody else. So, she's going to hold that over her. This chick is always trying to look for a get rich quick scheme. That's all she's trying to do. And I'm like, listen, you know how mad I'm gonna be if BLQ falls for that BS and gives in to whatever demand she may have. I would be so pissed. I'm like, I wouldn't give in to shit. I would just tell Maxie like this: the jig is up. We need to come clean, come forward, because I'm not giving this witch a dime. Ain't no way in the world. You ain't about to blackmail me. As much as I can't stand Gladys, though, I mean, she is messy. She just that annoying kind of messy, though. That's the only thing about her. I'm like, yo, y'all really need to just take her out behind the woodshed and just put her out of her old misery, because she just irritating me. So anyway, moving on from that, Valentine sitting here having nightmares about Peter taking his daughters and stuff. Anna had to kind of relax him and calm him down and stuff. Anna made some interesting comments today to Valentine. Like, she told Valentine that he should be just glad that he's alive, and how as much as he get on her damn nerves sometimes, her life would be boring without him. I said, what does that mean, boring without him? So I'm trying to interpret what she meant by that, because I'm like, what was your life prior to him coming back into your life? Like, what was your life all these years like? You mean to tell me all that was boring? Your life with Finn was boring? I wanted her to clarify what she meant, but of course she didn't. I was hoping for some clarification. I said, what part of your life was boring without Valentine? The whole thing? Like, what are we talking about, ma'am? She was getting ready to admit her love for him too, because she was like, oh, it made me realize. She realized she might never, like, if he died, it made her realize she may never be able to tell him, that she wouldn't know what to say to Charlotte. So she came up with a cover. I'm like, Valentine, I know you saw through that. Come on now. She was getting ready to profess her undying love to you, because she definitely was, but she came up with a quick cover. And I'm like, Anna, tell that man how you feel about him. Life is too short. Like, you could have lost that man just that quick. Like, she really could have. She could have lost Valentine. I'm like, now's the time to tell him how you feel. That you are in love with him. You want to be with him. That, he is the jam to your jelly roll. Like, let that man know. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is too short not to tell somebody how you feel. Tell that man. And I think they would be one hell of a couple, honestly. I really do. I was hoping that, she would have just let it all hang out and just told him. I was waiting for it. But I guess we'll get it soon enough at some point. So anyway, moving on from that, Jason and Britt are still at the bar in Crete. They're pissed that they came all that way and they just missed Liesel. So now they trying to figure out where the hell she could be. Britt wanted to involve the WSB, but Jason said hell no. He was like, He was like, we ain't got time for that, because he felt like their priorities were not straight. They were not aligned. So Jason felt it would be best if they just continued to try to handle this on their own. While Jason was gone for a second, Russell, little injured ass, came up in there hobbling around and had a gun on Britt. basically trying to tell her, like, you're coming with me. Britt was as calm as a motherfucking cucumber. She was as cool as a cucumber. And I don't blame her, because at the end of the day, Britt ain't scared to have a gun put in her face. Like, she done had plenty of guns, drawn at her, so I'm pretty sure she ain't scared at this point. But of course, Jason came in the nick of time to take Russell ass down. She got him an emergency kit or whatever to keep him alive for the moment, because they need to know where Lisa was. So basically, he told them that he'll take them to Lisa if they keep him alive. Because apparently, I guess he said they're at Cassadine Island or whatever. I don't trust Russell. I don't trust Mr. Russell. Because somebody in a desperate situation who's trying to stay alive, they're willing to say pretty much anything to you to keep them alive until they can get the drop on you. So if I was Jason and Britt, I would be very cautious of him. So of course the bartender gets on the phone and he calling Nicholas. I'm like, please tell me Nicholas is not somehow involved in all this, like he knew what Victor was up to this whole time. But I do remember Nicholas did call the bartender for information and stuff, so he probably just keeping Nicholas in the loop, maybe. So that was a hot mess. It looks like things are about to heat up in Greece, and I'm here for it. Hopefully, to some more shootouts. Um, so pretty much, I think that was the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought, and I will see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.